What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy SnowyKurama, and we are here for the quarterfinals of the GTS Season 1, also known as the Galar Trade Service League. And I'm your coach of the Chicago White Sawks, of course, in case you haven't gotten that from the past, 6 videos, because we battled for 6 weeks, well 7 really, but I didn't really battle that one. But yeah, we're here for the playoffs. Like I said last time, we're playing Vienna Vibe Check and their coach Sean. So here's the team that I have built for him. I'm not sure if this will do really well or not, because trying to build for him was quite difficult, or at least at first. So let's just take a look at that. If you're hyped and excited to see how this playoff session here is gonna go, hit that button, press that subscribe if you want to see some more of this stuff, and let's just go look at his team. So he's got an Aegislash, Cinderace, Milotic, Mandibuzz, Gardevoir, and those little star things mean that this is a Dynamaxmon, Venomoth, Electros, Vanillux, Audino, Mudsdale, Girder, and Megalodios. Now, this dude has been battling for a long time, and it's evident that he has because there's not really a big common weakness on his team. He's got it pretty well covered up, all of his weaknesses, and he's got other outs and stuff. I've been watching some of his battles, so I know all the different sets. Like, I noticed he likes Stored Power Lottie. He had Quick Attack on Cinderace at one point. He has ran Aegislash with Weakness Policy, Babiri Berry, Gardevoir as well. So yeah, lots of things I've noticed and things that I definitely took into consideration when building this team. But at the same time, I got my own little spin of randomness and bullshit memes. So let's take a look at what I built for a match that I might or might not win. Look at this Komala. This is what I'm talking about when I say I may not or may not win, because we got our choice abandoned Komala with Comatose, which, in case people didn't play in Sun and Moon, this Pokemon cannot be statused and is considered to be asleep. So I use Sleep Talk, which, you know, Komala it can only work when something's asleep, and Komala is constantly asleep because of its ability. And it allows me to use the Last Resort, because it's the only other move on the squad. So we have Choice Banded Last Resort with essentially 16 plus 8. That's what, 24 PP for Last Resort. So yeah, I just hit him up 24 times, and we have Choice Band Struggle after that. So, you know, Stab, Last Resort, Sleep Talk. This thing puts a lot of his Pokemon down in one hit, or at least gets them close, and then the rocks do the rest to it. There's not too much else to say. It's just kind of a let's have fun in this potential last week of the GTS. And up next we got our Cinderace. He likes to name his Cinderace this, so I thought, let's just make it reverse because I'm funny and stupid. So we have Pyro Ball, Court Change, Sucker Punch, and Gunk Shot. Court Change, of course, is here so we can get rid of rocks that he might set up or anything else. Pyro Ball, of course, it's a Cinderace, so you're going to run Pyro Ball. Sucker Punch because of the Aegislash, maybe wanting to do some Shadow Sneak stuff. Plus he's got that Lottie, which isn't that great for me. And we have Gunk Shot here because he likes his Babiri Berry Gardevoir. And I could have ran Iron Head, but I have Scizor on this team, as you'll see later. So I thought that Gunk Shot would be a pretty good thing to run on it for said Gardevoir, so we can take care of that threat. This thing's really going to come in here and take care of things that our Komala here won't really take care of. Oh, I also forgot. It's G'day, mate, because freaking Komala is a koala, and there you live in Australia. I know, lots of thought. And now we have a kind of a different Seismitoad than usual. We got Stealth Rock, Protect, Liquidation, and Power Whip. It was originally a Water Absorb set, but I decided to go physical instead so that we can take advantage of Power Whip for Milotic, as well as potentially poisoning lots of his team members with Liquidation and Power Whip. We have Protect here in case his Cinderace wants to high jump kick us, because it's probably the move that does the most damage. And also our Our power whip here is calced out to do 100% at the absolute most to Milotic, so it's not going to get away very easily. And I decided to do 56 in attack and 200 in defense because we get maybe 3 more points of defense, which is better for our bulk. So yeah, this thing is hopefully going to take care of that Milotic, as well as set up our rocks and take care of that Cinderace liquidation as well. And we have switching to Geico, our gecko-y looking Mega Sceptile here. We have a very intricate EV spread here. 371 outspeeds his fastest Pokemon, which is Cinderace, by 1 point. Then we have the rest. Then we have our maxed out special attack stat, so we can do the most damage with our moves. And then the rest in HP, and I put the last 4 in defense so that we could be a little bit more bulky there. Plus, so we'll have our odd numbered defense, which is funny because I didn't do it here, but I mean, I don't know. Old habits die hard. We have Leaf Storm because it does. If the Mudsdale is not Assault Vest, it'll just destroy it. And Mudsdale is a big problem for us because we didn't really take it out with Komala. Dragon Pulse is here because he's got a Mega Latios, of course, and we outspeed it by a good 20 points, barring any type of speed boosting that it might do. This here Hidden Power fires for Aegislash. And then we have Protect, just in case we want to scout out some moves, and I couldn't really think of anything else I'd want to put there. I just knew I wanted to Protect. I almost put down Leech Seed, but that would not have been good against Aegislash, so there's that. Then I have Dick here, our Scizor. Just ran all Shinies. I usually like the red Scizor, but we wanted to do all Shinies this week. We have Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Aerial Ace, and Knockoff with our Choice Band. Bullet Punch here is going to take out the rest, or at least punch some holes into the team so that Komala can come in and last resort them. U-Turn is for switching initiative, of course. We have Knockoff so we can get rid of Girder's item. And Aerial Ace actually does lots of damage to it even with the Violite, so it obviously kills without it. Assuming the EV spread is the same on Showdown, which I don't think Sean's really going to be bringing standard EVs, as he doesn't. He's like Jake in that regard. So, I mean, it's really the best that I can do. I feel like I can't really think of any other intricate EVs you have for Girder, but I mean, we don't even know if he's bringing it, so this is really what Scizor is going to be doing. I was thinking about Swords Dance with the Life Orb and Roost, but I thought, you know, maximum damage on the Bullet Punch and other moves would be Choice Band. So we got 2 bands, but that's okay. Last but not least, we have our Obstagoon, and this is here because of Sean's Stored Power Latios, so now he can't Stored Power us until we're dead, as long as we have this Obstagoon here. We have Throat Chop because it does the most damage to the Latios. It does more than Knockoff by a good 20%, I believe. Parting Shot will, oh yeah, and I think Throat Chop does take it out after rocks, or at least it's close. Parting Shot is here so that we can switch around and lower his offensive stats for our Komala, as well as our other Pokemon like Mega Sceptile. Facade is here just in case he gets us with a status condition, or I, bait it with, say, Scizor, because that thing is something you wouldn't want burnt. And then last but not least, I have Taunt so that, we can stop the Calm Minds, and we can stop any other type of, we can stop Court Change as well. Which I don't think he'll really want to Court Change in front of this thing. He'll probably just want a High Jump Kick, but it's fine. He won't be able to Court Change after that. He'll have to switch to if he wants to again. So this is just the team. I thought Scarf would do great because of, being able to stop the Latios and getting off the damage that I need to. Also, we'll be able to do pretty decent damage to the Aegislash if it's in Blade, so yeah, that's the team. I decided to put, how many more times can I say that's the team? I decided to make an Adamant so that we could do as much damage as possible while still being fast, which is why the Scarf's here. Lots of choice locking on the team, here, here, and here. And I have lots of physical mons, barring our only special Pokemon. I tried Masharna, but I just don't think the Healing Wish support is worth it, considering our lack of special offense and the fact that he's got a Mudsdale. So yeah, we got Komala, Cinderace, Seismitoad, Mega Sceptile, Scizor, and Obstagoon against his team, and the battle will come at you in just a little bit. I am actually pretty excited to see if my meme team here will do some damage to him, although I can see myself getting like 6-0'd or whatever, but we're here for some fun, we're here to get better, we're here to learn and try out some new things, and this is definitely some new things, so yeah, see ya when it's time to battle. And here we are with the battle. I know it's flipped, can't do too much about that unfortunately, but I'll fix it as I press the replay button. But over on Sean's team here we have the Gardevoir, Milotic, Girder, Mandibuzz, Audino, and Latios. So no opposing Cinderace, no Aegislash either. I did prepare a little bit for the Girder and the Milotic as well. Didn't, kinda did for the Mandibuzz, and definitely did for the other two being Gardevoir and Latios, but not really Audino, which I didn't think that thing was going to be doing too much to me anyway. So let's just go ahead and press that button. Switch sides. We've got Girder on his side, and I send out my Obstagoon because I honestly didn't know what else to lead, so I just figured I'll go out to this thing, parting shot, whatever comes out, and then go from there. So that's exactly what I do. I parting shot, go right into my Scizor, hoping that I can take whatever fighting type move comes my way with the lowered attack stat. Close combat does almost half, not quite, and then Girder's defenses go down, which that's the most stout reduction I've seen in turn 1. So that's cool, I guess. He goes out to Ms. Milotic. I go ahead and U-turn on out of there. So then I go out to Shrek, which was my monster that was going to be able to deal with this Milotic. If that burn and the fact that it was Marvel Scale didn't happen, I didn't think about that in team planning, and that completely foiled my plans, because instead of doing a maximum of 100 to this thing with Power Whip, I'm only doing 30. So this thing is just useless at this point, except for setting up rocks and then Toxic, I guess. Yeah, we're doing 27 there. It's pretty pitiful. Pretty pitiful. We get Toxic, and then we just exchange, fieldings, I guess, if you consider that to be Toxic. But I go out to my Sceptile here on his Recover, and I think he switches. I was kind of calling, I think. I protected just in case of the Ice Beam, I believe. So I Leaf Storm here, do quite a bit to the Audino. He goes ahead and uses Wish. I think I switch out into the big boy himself, because I honestly didn't know what else to do. Looking at it, probably could have won. No, I don't think I had anybody with fighting moves on the team. That was a big mistake when it comes to dealing with this Audino. Yeah. Anyway, Komala comes out here. We gain nothing, or we lose nothing rather. My bad. Protects, and then I hit him with the Last Resort. And over here on the chat, everyone's freaking the fuck out. It was so funny. But anyway, we do it again. We get him all the way down to 98. Tries to burn us with a flamethrower, which is fair. And then I just, keep doing what I'm doing. Keep pressing the same button over and over, because that's what Komala does. And we end up taking out this Audino. He goes out to his Latios. I just press my button, I think, as he tries to sub, which I was pretty sure he was going to do. But looking back at his old games, so Psychic almost takes us out, and then our Last Resort ends up critting him, which did not matter at all. And then he goes out to Girder. I kind of wanted to save this thing. I knew he was going to Mach Punch here. I wanted to save it just in case I was faster than this Mandibuzz, because I think... What's my speed? My speed is 121. I have no speed on my Komala, I think, so... Now we don't have to speed any of these things besides maybe Girder, and that doesn't even matter. I'm gonna check out my thing here. Yeah, we're at 166. I don't know why. I think during this match I thought I was max speed, but I'm not. Oh well. We switch out, like I said, go out to this thing, which has no use at this point. But we use liquidation trying to get that poison, and I end up getting it. So it's cool. That Girder is going to be whittled down. I'm pretty sure he's Iron Fist. So he goes out to his Mandibuzz now. I protect on just in case he was Guts, because I was really scared of that at that point. So he uses Foul Play, which does a lot to me. Foul Play Mandibuzz actually destroys my entire team. Not only my entire team, but my entire draft, because I just picked a bunch of physical attackers without realizing it. Who knew that most of my favorite mons were physical attackers? So, yeah, all the chip damage from Foul Play and Toxic, go ahead and take that thing out. Then I thought that I would be faster than this thing, probably because I thought I was max speed. So then Foul Play goes ahead and takes out my Komala because I'm an idiot. And then, which honestly, I think not saving it against the Girder was probably the better play, considering how much slower I was than everything else. But if I was really thinking about it, I would have taken out of HP into making it faster, but then again, we would have lost it to the Latios, so it's not too bad. I Pyro Ball here, trying to get as much damage off on this Mandibuzz as I can, although this thing kind of just stops my entire team, unfortunately, unless we crit him, which, you know, didn't happen there. I wanted to keep my Cinderace around for the eventual Gardevoir because of my Gunk Shot, so I went ahead and switched out to something that wouldn't be taking a dick ton from Foul Play, which is Sceptile. And we just keep Dragon Pulsing. I think he just keeps roosting. So I get a crit there, but it doesn't matter because it's a Mandibuzz. So it's just a series of me pressing a move and him healing, because this team didn't really take care of this thing very well. I kind of wish I had a better electric type drafted to take care of Mandibuzz, but I had a Rotom, and I didn't really want to bring Rotom this time around because I didn't think I needed it. But I guess you could say that Rotom would have been better for the Mandibuzz and the Milotic, considering what I brought for one of them wasn't exactly great. So it's just a series of this. I don't want to switch turns so that I don't, just in case I go over something. But I got into this thing remembering that I had Taunt. Oh, look at me. But he also makes a switch out into his Gardevoir. I was thinking that he was trying to condition me and to keep pressing Dragon Pulse over and over and over again, and then eventually get in a free Gardevoir, which I guess he technically did on my Obstagoon switch. I Parting Shot on out of there to lower his special attack, and I go out into my Sceptile for the sack, so I could bring in my Cinderace for free, and then try to Gunk Shot here. So we do a lot with that Gunk Shot, but not as much as I would have liked. And that Obstagoon comes in, Parting Shots yet again, so I could hopefully live a Max Flare with my Scizor. But that doesn't end up happening because Dynamax is broken as shit. And all of my mons are pretty much gone, so I think we all know how this goes. Take some damage, I just go out with my Choice Scarf Obstagoon, just press Facade over and over again, because that's all I can really do at this point. We see the Gardevoir, I'm faster because I'm Scarfed, of course. Take out another Mon, keeps giving me differential because you know that matters here. So I Facade here, and then I think he Scalds or Ice Beams for the kill. But it was a good game to Sean. I definitely wish I prepared for that Milotic and the Milotic differently and the Mandibuzz better. I was for sure that Aegislash should be coming this week, so I was wanting to prepare for that. I also thought about using webs with Komala, just so that I could come in with a faster Last Resort and all of his mons would be slower and stuff, but didn't exactly I didn't really want to do that. I was more focused on, you know, getting rid of the Aegislash, getting rid of the Cinderace, and then the other Pokemon the way I thought it was gonna work out. But you know, that's the risk you take with draft. So good luck to Sean and the Vienna Vibe Check for the rest of the playoffs. In case you didn't know, Destiny with Psyduck, she made it to the playoffs as well and is actually in the semis. So wish her luck on there. And Adam with the Chicago Mega Gengar is also in my position. He lost his match against Ember. I believe her team is the London Luxrays. Don't quote me on that though, I'm not really sure. And then the last PDL member to come into this league is Mitch. He didn't really do that great in this league, which, you know, is fine. We all have our ups and our downs. So yeah, that's really it for the GTS. We're finally done with it after however many weeks. I thought it was a fun time. I couldn't think of much to really change about it. It's definitely a gimmicky drafting format. Somebody came up with the idea of maybe instead of a forced switch every week, we could have one of our free agent switches be a transaction between coaches rather than just the pool. And I thought the pool transactions every week was going to be really cool until I realized, like halfway through the draft, not halfway through the draft, but maybe week 3 or so, that I didn't want to switch anything. I liked my team the way it was. So that's something to consider, maybe drafting some things that you don't know for sure that you would like, and then picking up stuff later on that'll be better for you in higher tiers in the long run. So it's definitely different. I still had a lot of fun. Thanks Dix for inviting all of us to this. I guess I should really thank Adam because he brought it to my attention. Well, he brought the first league to my attention, and then I don't really know how it went with the GTS, but one of us two found it, and it's been a really fun experience. Met a lot of cool people through it, and that's really the video. So like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you want to see some more SnowyKurama goodness. We got that Snakewood playthrough going still, and then probably some more Draft League content up on the way. Maybe some Kingdom Hearts stuff, since I just now today finally finished the Remind DLC. So I can actually make my what ifs on that. But with all that being said and more, this has been your boy SnowyKurama. See you in the next video. Goodbye.